Hi, my name is Kelly Welsh, and this is my assignment submission for understanding disability categories and specific learning disabilities. I believe that it is important for all teachers to be knowledgeable of the definitions, characteristics, prevalence, and causes of various learning disabilities. There are many learning disabilities that a student in our classroom may face, and being knowledgeable about how to spot these disabilities may help the child get the support that they need. For example, last year I was working as a special education assistant in a third grade classroom. While I was supporting my students, there was another student in the classroom that was undiagnosed but presenting with many symptoms of autism, as she was unable to perform at the same level as her peers, had some trouble socializing, and did not respond well to different sensory inputs. However, her teacher was able to spot these signs and seek help from other teachers, professionals, and her parents in order to get her the support that she needed. I've seen her now this year where she has the support that she needs, and she's getting pulled out for some of her classes, and she's really thriving, and it's made a huge difference. This is just one example of why it's so important for every single educator to be able to spot the signs of disability in our students. As an aspiring educator myself, I plan to consider students' cognitive, linguistic, social, and emotional patterns of learning when I'm planning for instruction in order to best meet their needs. There are several ways that I plan to do this. The first is through differentiated instruction. With differentiated instruction, students can be pulled out into small groups in order to work at their own level. This helps especially when students are falling behind or we suspect that they may have a disability, because we can help them through specific things that they may be struggling with. Another thing that I plan to implement is the backwards design model. This means that we will be assessing the children before we begin the lesson in order to understand where they're at and what prior knowledge they have of the topic. Through doing this, I'll be able to know which students I need to support in which areas. Along with incorporating these tools, I also plan to integrate helpful things in every single lesson, such as reviewing vocabulary, summarizing information, checking for understanding, and providing multiple means of engagement in every single lesson. Through incorporating these things, every single student will receive a little bit of extra support in making sure that they are understanding the lesson fully. Part of this assignment as well was to watch different videos about how specific children felt with learning disabilities in the classroom. I chose to focus on the younger grades, as these are the grades that I hope to work with in the future. One common theme that I saw in these children with struggles was that the children often felt frustrated, confused, overwhelmed, and oftentimes embarrassed by their different struggles. However, there were several basic ways listed in the video that we could support these students as educators in the classroom. For younger students who are struggling with math, we can incorporate more math talk in everyday life. A lot of times younger children struggle to relate the abstract concept of math to something practical in life. By incorporating these things in our everyday language, they'll start to grasp that a little bit more and make those connections, making math easier for them. For students who are struggling with writing, we can help them physically grip the pencil better by providing them with pencil grips. And we can help them develop ideas better by providing sentence starters or brainstorming ideas with them. For students who may struggle with attention, we can provide them with fidgets, walk breaks, and even allow them to doodle in class so that they can pay more attention. With unorganized children, we can give them basic systems and routines that they can follow so that it becomes something automatic for them and they have those systems in place for the rest of their lives. Having a basic understanding of the way that disabilities affect learning is vital as an educator. Every child processes information and learns differently, and some struggle more than others. When we can recognize the signs of disability and differentiate our instruction in order to meet those needs, we're creating an environment that is as inclusive as possible and that responds to the needs of every single child in the classroom, leaving no one behind. By doing this, we can also align with GCU's vision for the integration of faith, learning, and work. This can be applied when we're creating an all-inclusive environment for all of our students with different needs, as well as supporting their families. We can do this by helping students reach their full God-given potential. We know that each student has something that God has given inside of them, and we just need to find a way to support them to bring that out. It also respects the differences, the value and the differences of how God has created each individual child and the way that they learn. It serves our community by ensuring that each child receives a proper education. And finally, it encourages their families by helping them see hope and helping them see how to reach their child's potential. It is very exciting to have the opportunity and responsibility as an educator to help every child succeed. And we can do that best when we can recognize the signs of disability and have tools to support our students to reach their full potential.